to the sun. And day after day, the whole village would come out and give praise to the sun. One day when all the people had come out, the beloved woman of the tribe, the leader of the tribe, she felt a different energy. And she turned and she looked, and off in the distance she saw a young man on all fours praying to the earth. When she saw that, a small tear formed at the corner of her eye because she saw what was about to happen. Day after day, more and more people would come out and they would praise the sun, and day after day, more and more people would be over there praying to the earth. And day after day, more tears would come from the elders, and pretty soon these tears formed a little stream, and pretty soon it became a creek. And pretty soon there was so much division between those that prayed to the earth and prayed to the sun that a river was created by all the tears of the elders. Because the tears were shed because they saw the division that was going to happen. The river became so wide that you could hardly see from one side to the other. In the village of the people that prayed to the sun was a young girl named Nandieli, whose name meant the morning sun. Every day Nandieli would go down to the water to fetch water for her people, for whatever reasons they may need it. And every day she would look to the wind in the skies and pray. And one day she saw way across the water what she knew in her heart to be the most beautiful young man she'd ever seen in her life. Her heart ached and called for him. And in her heart she sang out a love song and asked the wind to take her love song so that he might know her love. In the village of the people that prayed to the earth was a young man. Every day the young man would come down to the river to fetch water for his people for whatever reason they needed it for. Every day he would come to the water and he would listen to the wind and he would pray. And one day, way across the water, he saw what he knew to be the most beautiful young woman he'd ever seen. And his heart ached for her, and his heart sang a song, and he asked the wind to take the song to her so that she might know his love for him. Day after day, they would come down and they looked forward to their chores of gathering water. Day after day, they would look across at each other and sing their love song, hoping that the wind would sing to them. And one day, the great eagle spirit came. The great eagle spirit came because it felt the depth and felt the song in the wind. The eagle came and landed in front of the young woman and gave her an eagle feather. The young woman sang her love song for the eagle and asked the eagle to sing the song for the young man. The eagle easily flew over, landed in front of the young man and gave him an eagle feather. The young man sang his love song for the eagle and asked the eagle to take his love song to her so that she might know his love. And the eagle began to scream its song, rose up into the air. And because they had been gifted and blessed, they knew it was time to join their love. And they knew that even though the water was wide and strong and deep and swift, that downriver everybody knew there was a waterfall that if you went over it was certain death. But they knew they had to join their love. So they began to walk toward one another, singing their love song in their heart. They could feel the water tugging them down toward the waterfall, but they knew if they had been blessed by the eagle, and they knew if they just continued to persevere that their love would be joined. After a while, the people in the village began to wonder where they were. They came down to the water's edge and they saw what was happening. Come back, come back, come back. You're going to go to the waterfall. You're going to die. And as they screamed and hollered, they saw that their calls to them were needless. Because they could hear a song in the air, and they could see the eagle singing this song of love, and they began to understand what was happening. And as they got closer and closer, and as the water drew them closer and closer to the waterfall, the people started to sing. At first, just one voice, and then several, then all the people started to sing together. And they saw that whenever they sang as one voice, the water started to narrow. And they raised their voices up to the skies, praying for love and praying for the success of these lovers. And as they sang and lifted their voices, the land and the tribes came closer and closer and closer. But they saw it was going to be too late. Just before they were getting ready to go over the waterfall, the great eagle came and lifted them up, flew them all the way around the earth. To the Cherokee, this is how the equator was created. That line on the earth that shows us the balance of life. The light and the dark, the good and the bad. All these things I won't mention. So I honor this song for you. Not only for the young lovers, but for our mother. In the first verse is the young man calling out his love for the young girl. In the second verse is the young girl calling her love back for the young boy. And in the third verse is the young boy and the young girl standing together singing to Mother. A love song.